Did I pick it up? Come on. Okay. We're at 1844. Defend. Defend until healthy. 60. 90%. Get him. %. Hey, Genghis Khan. Goodbye. Oh, I want to get rid of one of their people. Diversity. No, Taoism is in Weebtown. No. Yeah. 100%. Okay. You guys can wait. 90%. Let's go. You guys have not healed you. The last one. Oh, no, there's a catapult left. Ah! Catapult versus cannon. Let's go. Bombard. This song is in Final Fantasy 11.
Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be a vulgar brawl.
All the way over there. Their border reach all the way over here. Pretty influential. Frigate and Ironclad in the same room. Alright, Isabella. Could agree with. Fully there outside. Okay, just get rid of the pikeman. Fine, right. What's wrong with drama? Mm. Burger. Let me do one more volley. Let's see. Pretty easy. Been meaning to get rid of these. And he just looked at him and he killed him. They still have, they have so many people left. The fuck?
Everything in life is somewhere else, and you get there in a car.
I was just thinking about it. Obsolete whale. We got rid of whales, guys. We don't need them anymore. Yeah, they're cheering for the whales anymore. One for can heal while moving. Oh, they're actually sleeping. Yeah. Please just make this settler. I don't have a Coliseum? Just whittling them down. John, civilization glorious. Soon, but not after. Walls. %. All these guys going. Heal up, boys. Heal up, boys. One more city to go. Okay. Jail. Get him in jail. What did it say? How do I bring the chat back up? Enemy spotted near where? Look. Hi. Ah. I heard the I heard the magic drama. Have you heard about this, Beaver? This sounded so funny. What do I name this? Oh, what's the Rabbit Island? Name of the rabbit. Which magic drama? Okunoshima. The one where they're renaming an entire part of it because it has black in the name in another language. What's the Commander drama? There he is. There's a joke. They live down here. The only Yu-Gi-Oh drama that's been happening is the prices. And they're doing their best to remedy that. Well, maybe Distant Coder had something going on. I guess like the power creep and all that, but that's normal. That's relatively normal. Yu-Gi-Oh is based in Japan, so they don't care if they have weirdo art that depicts like racial obscenities. Although I don't think they have a lot of those. I don't think they'd ever fix this. Ah! Best song too.
For once you have tasted flight, you will walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, there you will long to return.
I was just watching it this morning. What was it being called? It's some old box. Really old box. Yeah, but I don't think Japan would make something and then, well, I guess like what was it that they all got banned in that weird wave? Technology. Ooh, +1 to farm. That's pretty good. There's a lot of old cards that were just really really weird of them to make in old Magic, but there's some that I think that they could have kept and nobody would have cared. It's really just like self-reporting at that point. Cannon. Stop hedge fanning! Stop hedge fanning! Stop! There we go. Oh, they have a little motion blur behind them. That's kind of cute. Road going here. Okay, good job. They banned 3 cards. Wasn't I think? I forget if that was like a month ago or a couple weeks ago. It sounded really funny. I'm waiting for the African American Lotus. Yeah, it was at least funny. But I wasn't expecting them to ban things in Commander. It's supposed to be in an Eternal format, right? What is it? Was it? Years of cards. So it's like what's it? What's it called? In the new Yu-Gi-Oh spin-off, you have to have like you can only have certain amounts of certain cards. They have like legend cards or rare cards. You can only have a certain amount of those. So are they doing like super old cards? Like you can only have one Black Lotus, and that's like the super old card that you can only have one of. You can have no other big old cards. Oh yeah, it was Kaladesh. They're getting rid of the name Kaladesh. Let's go spying. Can I implant this one? And just blow them up. Yes, man, let's take you to the capital. Let's see what's going on in the capital. Mansa Musa? Who the hell is the Malinese? Islamic temple. I don't want that. John Dalton. Go to Weeptown. Do that. I'm a great scientist in Weeptown. Come on. Left is... Ooh. Yeah, they're getting rid of Kaladesh because Kala is black. I just like it because it's funny. A lot of the things they've been doing have been really weird. The Wizards of the Coast.
It is not the strongest of the species that survive, but the one most responsive to change.
Okay. I killed everything on this part of the mainland. Can we... I'm afraid that they have uranium here, but whatever. Where's... Wait, I could just... go here. Not this pointless fighting. Okay. Bye. He has now only got one city. If he's gonna nuke anything, I think he'd do these places. Also, I could just send the Ironclad up there and see what... Also, I got nukes. Shoo. And I'm not opening borders, dog. We don't live near each other anymore. Great autist. Bank. Just keep it in the cap. What's going on in their capital at all times? Yeah, this is Civ 4. I'm really enjoying it. It does seem to have a really good mix of what was in 5. Because I played 5 after 3, and I sort of didn't like how they tried to make every civilization in wholly unique, and also have the weird ass city-state stuff. And city-states are like, okay. I don't like Stellaris as much. It's too big. This is a lot more grounded. Come on, Mika. Coward. Oh yeah, I'll look at this. When you get 5 of a thing, it turns it into a loaf of bread. Or like, where's the anvil? There's an anvil for... I think it's in... Oh no. But there's an anvil in a funny bag. Yeah, here's the anvil. Parasol Pharmaceuticals. Hmm. Last time I tried to make transport got cut off. Rather so post life employment. Can you make fucking Necrons in Stellaris?
We will make electricity so cheap that only the rich will burn candles.
Refrigeration. I guess that's vision. What was it? I did do like a custom campaign in Stellaris as robots. As militaristic robots, and that was okay, but it took really long to assimilate everything. Yeah, Scott. Get medicine. Just get everything along the way. I don't really need bump. Broadway. Airports. Lady? Lady, you better calm down there. Why would we take hereditary rule? Why would you just go up to another world leader and say, hey, you really should get this. You really should be getting hereditary rule. Woo! Where's Orion? I don't know if you can cheat that hard in this game. Although I did get a pretty good setup with how my science went, and I just steamrolled over the Germans and the Romans. But I was always curious to how this one played, and I'm very excited. I spent what would be full price because there's never any sales for these. Don't you need to, like, go find the Dyson Sphere? Or at least the... Mongolians. You're okay.
As to diseases, make a habit of two things: to help, or at least to do no harm.
Like fruit. In what? So I'm trying to think of it. Stellaris starts as like the end of this, or at least like when you get faster than light speed travel, and then by year 100 you have. I guess I can see it with exponential technology growth, but in the state of the game, you do not get to that point in 100 years. It's a long story. Okay, sure. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna switch off of, I think it was nationhood. I could not care less about police state. I'm just trying to find the RP part to it. Like, oh yeah, we got faster than light speed travel, and then we ran into a long civilization. How many sessions did that take? Was it like one session they were like, oh yeah, we're done. We don't really want to go back to that anymore. This sounds really dumb. Everybody hates the Mongolians. Montezuma. Oh, okay. Ooh, sure. Right up there with me, so I'm gonna listen to him. Oh, and those guys don't expand at all. They're honking at me. What's isolate? Okay. Does it switch to endgame when you get a Dyson sphere? Why does everybody want to make Brock stop it? Who is it? You should make Broadway. Ismus prod. I can't change up. I can't negotiate this. Lady, you want paper? Sure, I'll give.
Then one fine morning, she puts on a New York station. You know, her life was saved by rock and roll.
Yeah, it's easy. It's always easy to just spam tech. Rock and roll. Oh wait, they don't have iron. Stop. Oh, it can only have. Second on the list. Okay, who's third on the list? I should have made the ironworks sooner. Yeah, I'll pull it. Years of industrial research to get mega engineering. Does it need iron? But you were like expanding and doing stuff, right? You weren't just you weren't just sitting there doing one tech and that's it. I'm just thinking like what is it? It sounds pretty hard to be able to do that, but at the same time, is it really? I think anybody left for their own devices would have just kicked ass the entire time. Get on to the transport. Let's go transport. Go exploring.
Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are.
Would you do it again? Okay. Carrier. Forge. I'd just love for you to... Okay. So you do this with somebody else. You do the same situation. Well, okay, so you couldn't do this with any other empire. So you do the same setup that we did in the original Civ 3 game, where we just set up. I've been way too busy, but I might have a lot of things going on. You do the same thing with the Civ 3 game, where you have somebody who's like, okay, I'm gonna be the strong arm, and the other person's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the tech and I'll just share the tech with you. So you do the same thing, but then in Stellaris you just make a Dyson sphere. So yeah, oh yeah, I can now just pretty much take down anybody I want. Unlimited power! It's money. Making money, Akihabara, you... No, it's work. Can't share tech in Stellaris. Oh, that's... Here you go. I doubt that would break the game.
If the radiance of 1,000 suns burst at once into the sky, that would be
Clueless.
like the splendor of the mighty one, and become death, the shatterer of worlds.
Mexican standoffs? These guys are now riflemen. Oh yeah, she gave me her world map. God. Their continent is actually kind of small. These guys over here, who's brown? That's Khan. The Great Khan Awakening. That sounds silly. Okay, Aztec. Do what you say. Well, chance of a nuclear meltdown. Just nobody wants to make rock and roll. Broadway. Oh, look at the fancy kicks. They haven't made a library itch. Be really bad. I had it happen once already where I took over a city by culture. I knew that was a thing in 5. I didn't know it was a thing in 4. Like these guys, they're 100% Greek. See, once it hits a certain amount of moist, then it will convert into my city.
There is one rule for the industrialist, and that is, make the best quality of goods possible at the lowest cost possible, paying the highest wages possible.
A lot of hospitals. Did that happen in Civ 3? I feel like it didn't happen as often, at least. Holy shit. Knight, horse archer, crossbow. What kind of thing would happen if you just gifted somebody a spy? Like, oh yeah, I've had this spy here. What is he doing with the settler? Trying to get this oil. But winning by culture was a thing that they added into 5. These scores. Where's the victory condition? They all rivals. High score at 2050. Yeah. If I could boost myself to the end game, then
The earth is the cradle of the mind, but one cannot eternally live in a cradle.
I might just try and skip to the satellites ASAP. Cockpit. Basis. Mass media. Not here. Apollo program. Apollo program. Come. Anime Central. Yeah, oh, you can't see what she's fucking offering. This is dumb. You should stop this lady. Where's... She's fucking offering steam power. You have got to be kidding me. There's no way. Okay, just I can't negotiate. But she's not at coal yet. Okay, sure. Lay's not even on my continent. What do I care? Take him to Anime Central. The Refuse and Destroyer. Do they got great do they have like great people in Stellaris? You just roll a bunch of dudes. Bring them to democracy. So confused about this part. Why does it bother having this? Sort of cuts off so early, and then there's this whole entire chunk of the screen. You have no resources or gold to give me. And you only have one city, so you can't offer me it. Farewell. Farewell.
Beep, 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 beep.
Zoom in. Zoom. Stop. I do have satellites. Starving. Everybody wants steam power from me. Yeah, sure. They're all like, please teach us to put fire into an engine. Look, I'm going for the score victory. I think I could just delete everything else.
It has been said
My science is too fast for them to keep up.
form of government, except all the others that have been dropped.
They are on my continent. You cannot tell me what to do with them. Gonna get a bunch of Okinawa. Or just passes out. Look, I could have taken these guys out whenever I wanted. And I probably still could. Same with these guys. Rifleman. Cute little animation. They upgrade these. They turn into gunships. Abe Land. Why does it really want me to turn Abe Land into a castle in it? Abe Land, you can start making. Go straight to Marines. Upgraded him with a gun. Too crowded? We demand emancipate. About emancipate. Nukes. I'm getting the Apollo program, then I get the Manhattan Project. It ain't happening. Let's give them nationalism. Will you like this? Okay.
Never trust a computer you can't throw out a window.
Steve Wozniak. Holy shit. So these gunships can't capture, but they can go over anything. And then they don't think it's military protection. Hit musicals? Sounds like a deal. Cool. Eiffel Tower. This lady been rolling really good at these 72%. Do it again. Yes! This guy will never make this rifleman. Oh, I got an email telling me that my stream is dying. Oh. He has a long bowman. Oh, I could turn the artillery. I forgot I had all these dudes down here. Oh, not enough money. These weirdos with their emancipate. Physics give. Sure. You want to know where uranium is?
There is a single light of science, and to brighten it anywhere is to brighten it.
Wait, is that the face of Al Gore? I'm into a gunship. Fire Emperor of the Moon? Oh, they're almost done with it. Sleep there. Yo. What is this? Monday off. Rome, you don't have a granary yet? Rose, you just gotta keep going. Holy Lord. Why do the artillery have really big things coming out of the back? Is that to ground themselves? Do some kind of counterweight? Jesus Christ. They got like huge ass wangs. Rock and roll. Rock and make that casing. You make the thrusters. Get you guys happy. Everybody happy. Cockpit. Okay. Man, I really like the Milanese. Just doing all my work for me. Confusion time. Just put the Manhattan Project in your capital. I think bad will happen. We need 4 things of pacing. What do they got? Rifleman. Crossbowman. I thought I already gave you this. I asked you to give this.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
He's right. Thanks. Yeah, oh wait, I can hurry production on it, right? You can't hurry production of the Manhattan Project? It's not a building? That's... Can you hurry production of the internet? Oh, I could do the Eiffel Tower. Right? Yeah. No, Statue of Liberty. Same thing. Oh, I can do it again. Imagine costing the 2 great engineers to make one really big statue that does fuck all. I don't listen to Battle Lord. Now go back to me. We were so cool. Make some tanks? No thanks.
Soon it will be a sin for parents to have a child which carries the heavy burden of genetic disease.
Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about that. It was some conversation. What am I? It was some shit post. One coming out that she evicted somebody over not real sexy. Okay. Having kids in the next 5 years might be a tragic mistake. Every smart bio founder scientist I've talked to seems to think embryo editing for things like short sleeper, reduced cancer risk, etc. is possible on a near-term horizon. Imagine having 2 kids a couple years apart. One is a superhuman and the other isn't. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, Jim. Little Timmy won't get cancer. Only needs 4 hours of sleep, and You're normal. You were just born in the wrong order. I mean, that'll be a conversation we have to have with kids eventually. It sucks, but it. They're the strongest offensive use available. Use them to crush your enemy. Did you have to make it so blatant? Yeah.
I just want to say one word to you. Just one word.
Plastics. I don't know how far off we are from brain interfaces though. I know Valve was doing that for the, or at least Gabe Newell. Probably doesn't have an air. Oh, you want Steel Buddy? Oh, sure. Oh, no, wait. Alexander. Way. I'm about to take him over. What does he need that for? Holy shit! Look how many people are on Gnosis! Okay, Avro can make a tank in 2 turns. They love me. Pumping out tanks. About them tanks. Give me tanks. How many more? ICBM? It's stasis. Hey man, you seem to be rolling up a lot of tanks onto my borders there. What is that? We're using rifles still. Muskets and shit. I don't like how cavalry upgrades into gunships. I don't know how if there's like any correlation between the two in terms of in terms of profession. Oh yeah, you rode horses, right? Just jump into this fighter pilot. It's the same thing. What else is making tanks? Go sleep. The vile Egyptians. Sure, we'll cancel it.
The real problem is not whether machines think, but whether men do.
Ooh. Have left. Future tech. Ology some. That next. Like formally announce war. They love me. I think before we go into it next, I should become like city state fascist like immediately. I don't you should be giving me gold. Okay then. Wow, my hit single. Oh yeah, this is the boat music. It's so good. This is the song that plays on the boat when you're about to get killed by mobs on the upper deck. Life support. Make thrusters. Three Gorges Dam. A hydro plant just for living next to a river. Just immediately upgrading all their city attacks. Okay, I think we have enough. Griffin, do not give a shit. Nationhood. Although, yeah, nationhood, police state. Like we need to change state property. Free religion. No state. No state. 2 turns for a revolution. Doing nothing for 2 turns. We love the Dictator Day, yeah. Oh, you're on the other end. Yeah, you can have some of my oil. I hate it when they just decide that they're gonna be fucking lazy. Just go somewhere else. Gone full evil, hell yeah. Where's Alexander? You love me? Let's discuss something. Your head look good on the end of a pole. See, my guys just want it more. Holy shit! Imagine tanks going up against Bowman. Oh no. You need to be a really good shot to get the arrow into the peephole. Oh, yeah, there's a couple dudes there, yeah. Is there like a bombing run I can do? I can't attack again. Too good. City damage. So cool. Oh no, trebuchets versus a tank. No, burn that. We're coming. We're coming. Oh no. Do with some gunships, some marines. They took my workers. Stop that. Guys, they probably could just. Oh no, wait. Yeah. Stay there for a bit. How do knights go against gunships? I don't want to go out there, do you? Oh no! Oh, he doesn't have any health. Back to the bull. Ow! Bows could hit a low flying plane. No resources. It's hard to tell how much health a tank has anyway because there's not multiple like there is for other dude. But did he already attack? How much damage could you do to a helicopter? And I'm wondering if that would be a helicopter like right when it was made or if it was later on in its... Sure. The next. I'm taking this city for damn sure. They don't get that oil. Oh, never mind. They just destroyed it. I didn't tell them to do that. Maybe it was one of those things where it's too new. Trade network. I guess they have to be lightweight, but at the same time, like, how many times would you have to attack one with it, especially in the same spot? And could it get up to a helicopter with how fast the blades are spinning? Because wouldn't the wind just fuck it up? I didn't think about that part. Oh! Oh! Not my tank! Make more tanks. Thanks. Thanks. Gonna steamroll these dudes. We love the dictator. Oh, whoa. Even though they were there. Good job, guys. Do we get? How beat up is this one? Back if you're. No, the tanks are getting blown up. Manhattan Project. Yeah. Ah. World Project 1 allowed. Enables nukes for all players. Enables bomb shelter for all players. Base elevator? Huh? Huh? SDI? Oh, well, yeah. We're left. Get the Hindu temple. ICBM. There more ICBMs. Ow! Why can't it pick city? I guess I just have it go and intercept stuff. More nukes. I have 2 nukes. Is 2 nukes not enough?
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Modern armor? They make a modern armor in 3 turns, yeah, do that. That man on a railroad. They have such high defense over here. Thermopylae is strong, huh? Pikeman? Burn it. Get rid of the musket man. Oh no, he shot it down. A little. Like build them towards city attack. Visibility range on them. City attack. Get him really good at killing cities. Burn it down. Well, what? Are you seeing this? Did they just make it this hot? Or was there actual desert in the middle of a tundra here? This is plains? Athens rolled in such a shitty location. Lighthouse. 50 million souls. Got modern armor. %, that's good. Is that on you or on them? How much responsibility do you get for killing half the party? Holy shit. And don't tell me it's one of those situations where you set it up so that they cannot fight whatever they are dealing with. And then they decide, they're like, oh yeah, we can go after it. We can totally beat it up. Never mind, it's like an eldritch elder god. We can totally take it, guys. You gotta believe. There'll be something over here. There it is. Yeah. Unfortunate. So it goes. Are they new? Do they know? That's something that a new group I'd say would do. Split the party. They just gotta watch more videos of horror stories of when people do dumb shit. Industry. %. Burn it down. Let's see how far their influence can go, even though that they're really dead. Oh yeah, do I need something close by for ICBMs? I forget if I need to, like, get a... something nearby. Remember you had to put it on, like, a... You either needed to launch it from your city, or you needed to... put it onto a nuclear sub. I don't know how they do it in this version. I'll get to see. Space elevator. Doesn't have a... "82 turns left, guys." I love old UI. This is just like a plain text thing in the top right of the corner that says, "Oh yeah, this is how long you got." In case you weren't looking. Not making the brave a bit. If you want, I thought you would be in a call with them. I thought that's what you were doing. Oh, you're talking to one guy. Yeah.
Or
I always forget how weird your icon is.
what icon?
Your Discord icon.
What about my Discord icon?
What about it? You look like a magic man.
What do you mean a magic man?
Look at your guy.
What about him? You don't like him? String Druid.
I thought his lines would be a lot darker then. I know he likes that particular art style.
Yeah. Yeah, I commissioned him a while back for this. Have you not seen the full version of it?
He probably sent it to me at one point.
Probably. He has a contract in his hand. Sign here.
Yeah, of course he does.
No, I'm mostly talking to them over text.
When's the Final Fantasy Magic box coming out?
Let's see.
Because that is something I'm interested in, but then all the singles might be like $100 because they're just reprints of old cards but with new art.
Let's see here.
I know that's what happened with the Miku one.
I really don't know. I don't think there's a date for it just yet. Oh, there's a Secret Lair thing. The Secret Lair thing, then yeah, it's gonna be expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me check my calendar.
I know some people are getting tired of the crossovers. They should just have more original stuff. That's what they've been saying.
They don't bother me.
Do you see the one post where the guy was like, if I get killed by a Krabby Patty, I'm gonna fucking get...
June.
Oh, June. That's so
Yeah.
far away.
It is June. Final Fantasy comes out in June. Looks like. No, my D&D party did dumb though.
What'd they do?
They split the party, then didn't follow their plan, and then the rogue died, and then Spellthief died, and then a lot of people got knocked unconscious, and a lot of other people died, and then they fled combat.
Did they do anything of worth?
They set a pirate ship on fire.
Oh, they were also on... Wait, was it a docked pirate ship or in the ocean?
Yes, it was docked.
Okay. I was gonna say, if they're splitting the party in the ocean as well, then they already did things that led them to a point where they shouldn't have been.
So they have 6 people in their party. They have a spell thief, a rogue, a barbarian, a fighter, a sorcerer gnome, and a cleric. Their mission is to stop these pirates from raiding local ships by any means necessary, basically.
Okay. Sounds
The
easy
rogues-
enough.
Yeah, so the 2 rogues, they're in the middle of the night. They just landed on a pirate's cove. And they have an NPC who's going to solve the problem of the pirate cove intervening.
Okay.
So this is the deal with the pirate ship that is docked in the middle of the night where the pirates are mostly asleep.
So it's like espionage sort of deal.
It's however they want to handle it. So I had planned in case they tried to just go fighting, so that was already accounted for. So the rogues and the spell thieves sneak onto the ship using elixirs of invisibility.
Okay.
The cleric pulls away 2 of the pirate crew from the dock, like pulls them away so they can kill them off screen.
Okay.
Then the fighter, barbarian, and sorcerer walk onto the pirate ship.
Okay,
pirates are like-
for what reason?
So the pirates are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they're like, "We want to talk." No, get the fuck off our ship. It's the middle of the night. Get the fuck off our ship.
Yeah.
So they get off the ship and they walk back to their ship
Oh.
on the other side of the dock.
They don't try to mask their presence so that they don't know that the other ship that they're I assume making base in is just like obscure to them at all.
I guess.
So that they don't go back and start trying to assault that ship because they know that some weirdos want to fucking talk to them for no reason.
Yeah. So they go back to their ship. They load their ballista on their ship. and tie Alchemist Fire to the ballista.
Okay.
The rogues are on the ship, the Empire ship. They have a bag of holding full of loose gunpowder that they're like rigging to like cause a chain explosion.
Yes, yes.
So it's not a bad plan. Pull your stream back open.
Is it? Do they know that the pirates only have one ship?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So this would put a dent in their plans, but if all the pirates weren't there, then
Also, like the pirate ship is full of loot.
Okay. So what are you gonna do? Hire a scuba team afterwards to go get it?
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so they set up the gunpowder trap, and then the rogue and the spell thief are below deck at this point.
Okay.
And they see the captain's quarters at the end of the hallway. The first mate is in a chair sleeping next to the door.
As he does.
Yep. So the rogue decides that he's going to go loot the captain's quarters. Walks up to the door, uses his skeleton key to knock the door to unlock it.
He knocked it.
Yeah.
Does he know what that does?
Mm-hmm. And then he opens the door. The pirate captain, who's awake, goes, "Why the fuck did my door just open?" Pulls a gun and shoots at the door. Hits the rogue, knocks him out of invisibility. Combat ensues. Eventually, the rogue tumbles past the captain to the other side of his cabin, and is going to jump out the window the next turn.
Okay.
And then the captain takes a 5-foot step and downs him. The spell thief then jumps into a side room and then jumps out the window. Then the fighter and barbarian decide to launch the ballista at the pirate ship.
Okay.
Hits the pirate ship. Causes a massive fire because they've tied Alchemist Fire to the ballista. Hit it square, by the way. You doubt that. You know, while their teammates are still in the ship.
Okay. They don't have any sort of signals for when they should fire, they just do it?
Yep. This wasn't part of the original plan.
Okay, you tell me the plan after all this, because this is a really good train of thought.
So the sorcerer is running to the pirate ship. The cleric meets up with them, and they go to the pirate ship. So now the cleric and the sorcerer are fighting on the deck of the pirate ship that is on fire.
Okay.
The cleric decasts protection from fire, so they're not taking damage. The fighter and barbarian run up, then it takes them a few turns to get there.
Yeah.
They then jump at the ship and attack the ship.
So they're just like beating on wood?
Yeah. They have rings of water breathing. So they
Okay.
land on the water. The fire gets worse. And what ends up happening is the gunpowder trap they set up explodes.
Yeah, like it's supposed to. Yep.
The rogue, or not the rogue, the cleric and the sorcerer then knocked off the ship onto the dock because of an explosion. The captain and the first mate then come up to deck, swing onto the dock and land and draw their weapons because they have quick draw.
Okay.
The spell thief, who has now gotten back into combat because they had to swim to a point where they could climb back up and run over, now rejoins combat. The cleric attempts to hold person the captain, fails, gets attack opportunity, and then rolls into the water.
This captain sounds like a baller.
He is a baller. Party's level 5, by the way.
I mean, that's a decent level to be doing like adventurous sort of stuff, but I mean, you still gotta stick to the plan.
Yeah. The sorcerer then, so the sorcerer's prone on the ground, the first mate's standing over them. Instead of using their normal spells, they decide they're going to use their Rod of Wonder on the first mate.
What's that do?
Roll a D100, consult a chart for what happens.
So it's like, oh my god.
So you know 5th edition, they're Chaos Sorcerer?
Is it wild magic?
Yeah, it's wild magic.
Oh my god, why?
Fireballs the first mate at point blank. First mate fails save, takes a bunch of damage. He fails the save, takes a good chunk of damage, but resists the fire, so it doesn't go down.
Okay.
Captain makes the save, takes no damage because he's got evasion. And the spell thief, who had just rejoined combat, fails the save. And gets downed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, they don't know what happened to the rogue yet. Rogue is dead.
Rogue is dead.
So, the gnome then rolls into the water. Captain walks to the side of the dock and goes, and just shoots the gnome. Because he's in water and can't properly dodge, he's considered flat-footed. Takes sneak attack damage.
No. Oh my god.
Cleric swims over. Oh, by the way, the barbarian and the fighter are busy trying to drown the crew members who are jumping in the water.
Why?
That's a good question.
Did-
So, the after he shoots the gnome, the cleric swims over, heals them, and they both dive underwater. Okay.
Okay.
Cap's standing there. Well, I can't see anybody else, so he walks over and kills the spell thief. Finishes him off.
What did he do? Just stab him?
Yeah,
Okay.
kills them. They're dead.
Cool.
Then the fighter decides that he should get into combat, climbs up the dock into the middle of the pirates. So the rest of the pirates who jumped and swam ashore have now rejoined the combat.
Okay.
He gets swarmed by all the pirates and the captain, takes a
Okay.
shit ton of damage.
Mm-hmm.
The barbarian fails the climb check and falls back into the water.
Now that's embarrassing.
And that's where we ended the last session, and now we're on to session 2. So the barbarian couldn't make it, so his character had to be plotted out of the combat because I'm not controlling another person's character in a deadly combat like this.
Right.
So the highest ranking non-captain pirate basically tackles him into the water and they fight in the water.
That's what I was thinking. Either have him engage with somebody else or do something where
Yeah.
where you would not have control.
At this point, the party begins to retreat and flee. The gnome gets shot again and dies. And the party gets on their boat and begins to sail away. The barbarian, who's now NPC'd, swims to the boat, and I roll a D100 to see if he grabbed the gnome. He did.
Okay.
And they sail away with 2 party members left behind. And 1 dead gnome. They get back to mainland. They refused. They talked about reviving the gnome. He decides he wants to do a new character, so they let him be dead permanently. They also didn't spend 10,000 gold to do it.
Yeah.
And they lost 2 party members and all their gear, all the treasure that had been planned for them, and 3 party members technically died.
Yeah. So what was the original plan? It seems like they were just going to set up stuff, get out, and then blow it up, which would be the smart idea.
I think the plan was to set up the bomb, like the gunpowder bomb, blow it up, and then attack the pirates as they were jumping off their ship. So they could defend themselves. Which was a good plan. Until they did all this other stuff. So, yeah. Also, they partially treated it as the cleric was out of spells, basically.
Okay.
Because they were not letting everyone die.
So,
yeah.
How many sessions have you been going on with this group? You're level 5, so it's been a couple, right?
Yeah, they started at level 1. This is the first session I stopped putting kid gloves on. Oh, I should mention, the captain was a level 9 character, by the way.
Okay.
3 rogue, 4 swashbuckler, 2 dread captain.
They were not meant to fight him, right?
No, they were.
But they were meant to at least fight him all at once, right?
Yes. He was not designed to be a 1v1 encounter.
Yeah.
They made him a 1v1 encounter, basically.
Okay,
Like,
so then how would have you dealt with it if they did just blow up the ship?
The captain and the first mate would have swung onto the mainland after a few rounds, while the crew was like jumping off the ship. So they would have had 2 to 3 rounds to fight the captain and the first mate before the rest of the pirates showed up.
Okay. And that sounds like a pretty nice encounter, actually.
Yeah. If they had tried to just gun-ho into the fight and fight the pirates on their ship, it would have been like 2 to 3 turn rounds of like pirates just showing up from below deck.
Yeah.
And then the captain and first mate showing up at the end of that. Because most of the captain's damage came from 2 things. He had a keen rapier, so he was critting on a 15. And sneak attack, which he gets for flanking.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, if they just deal with the crew and they get the captain in a 1v1, they basically just kind of butcher him. He's not super tanky. He hits hard, but he doesn't do like he hits hard, but he doesn't have a ton of health himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I did the math, like if the entire party attacked him 1 round, if they all hit, they down him. So he's not like abnormally like hard to kill. He just hits really hard on average, basically.
Right.
All the pirate crews were NPC warriors. I shouldn't need to explain to you how bad an NPC class in 3.5 is.
Yeah. They don't need to be hard. They just need to have numbers.
Yeah, and they were leveled 1, 3, and 5. 1 for recruits, 3 for normal, and 5 for veterans. And there was like twice as many recruits as there were veterans. It was like a 3-2-1 split, basically. I think it was like 12. I think there were 12 regular or 12 recruits, 8 regulars, 4 veterans. So there was a lot of pirates. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And they weren't like super tanky or anything like that.
Did the party come up with the plan on their own?
Yeah.
Huh.
To give you an idea of how bad the pirate crew was, though, to consider they were human warriors, they had 3 feats, and those 3 feats were exotic weapon proficiency flintlock, and then profession sailing. Skill folk profession sailing, skill folk and profession like, use rope or balance or some nonsense.
That is what a sailor would have, yeah.
Yeah. So like none of the crew members were that dangerous. They just got rolled.
Yeah.
I mean, some of our newer players learned that you can crit a sneak attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what happened.
Has this group had any other bad things happen?
The guy who's playing the fighter had a monk before. He decided to try to tank a Hydra.
Was this on land?
Yes.
What were they doing that they encountered a Hydra?
They have like a guild. They're doing like basically they're exploring a new world type thing scenario. And they had to go clear a quarry, and there was a Hydra in the quarry. And I'd like to remind you that they fought this Hydra at the quarry when the Hydra was in the quarry before it came up above.
Okay.
They had like 3 rounds to do things to the Hydra before it got to them. And then he tried to tank the Hydra and found out that you don't tank a Hydra very well.
Wait, they went down to it instead of like firing at it from above?
No, they waited above. Keyword basically waited. And then he got attacked by the Hydra. The monk tried to tank the Hydra and learned that Hydras have an attack for each head.
Yeah.
And, took 5 heads to the face. Good times.
Well, did they learn that Hydras get more turns than you do?
Hydra gets a turn where they can attack with all the heads on that.
Yeah, yeah, that's still 5. It sounds like 5 turns to me.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah, my D&D party.
When did you get this group together?
I think I had this group for like 1.5 years now. We did some other systems too. We did Star Wars.
Oh, was it all Jedi or no Jedi?
It started as all Jedi, but the rule was if your Jedi died, you were a non-Jedi.
Okay. That's I guess that makes them more special in that. I kind of like that ruling.
Mhm.
And
Also-
that there are definitely like badass people that aren't Jedi in Star Wars lore. So
Yeah, and also they were doing the Dark Age between movie 3 and 4.
so
They
like
had to
all
learn.
the stuff that they're trying to do with modern, or it was like
It
Rogue
was like when
One
yeah, like when Darth Vader was at like full power,
and
basically.
the comic books.
Yeah. So they were doing like sabotage and like sneaking around and all that. They did a very bad job of sneaking around though. They were like this campaign they were doing like a bounty hunting mission and they like caught a guy bounty like as bounty hunters, like trying to lay low.
Yeah.
And they used the force to catch this guy. And my one friend who decided to not do a Jedi, he wanted to do a clone trooper who like went rogue.
Okay.
Basically went, you guys, he saw you use your Jedi stuff. If we turn him into the Hutts are gonna turn you into the Empire.
Yeah.
So they had to kill the bounty. To which a character got some dark side points from.
Couldn't you at least like try to convince them that you weren't a Jedi because the bounty would just be making shit up?
Pretty much, but no, they just killed him.
They just killed him. We can't risk
Oh.
it.
Also, the one guy had to pick up a dark artifact from the tomb of Exar Kun.
Huh?
Yeah, that happened. Oh, and they tried to fight Darth Vader a few times.
Why?
Well, the first time Darth Vader showed up, they tried to fight him, and then they realized this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Very much because I told them, here's the rule of Darth Vader. If Darth Vader shows up, Darth Vader's going to do Darth Vader.
Yeah.
There are no, I'm going to pull punches. Darth Vader is going to do Darth Vader.
Even then, I would say like even if he's going through his learning to be Darth Vader arc, then he's still just gonna just
Darth
kill
Vader.
you.
Yeah. That game ended when they all died to Darth Vader at the end of that, by the way. Which was the canonical ending, actually.
Another casualty of war. Darth Vader don't give a shit.
And he sure doesn't. Fucking Darth Vader. But that's my D&D party for you.
Cool.
Yeah, these guys, they make bad decisions. And, like, I'm fine with some bad decisions, but boy, do they make bad decisions.
Bombers.
By the way, I should specify that that pirate ship that they sunk and fled from had about 5,000 gold worth of booty in it. Between gold and loot to sell.
How much did they have on hand?
The pirates?
No, the
Party?
the party.
The two rogues had a lot of stuff on them. Oh, I should mention, this is the fun part. So, because they're part of a guild, they have, like, life insurance policies and all that. And when they die, I said to them, okay, be reasonable. Who would you leave your life insurance to and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. Who's your next of kin or next in party?
Yeah. I think the sorcerer left his stuff to the party. The spell thief left it to their new character, who's their sibling, who's joining the party. They just made the same character again, basically.
Right.
Which I was fine with. They're their new player. The rogue left all of their stuff to Jimmy. Jimmy is an NPC peasant child who the party likes to bring around for like holding lanterns and small stuff.
Oh, so he's the character in like Dragon Ball or JoJo's that just hangs off the side and has to react to everything that they're doing because it's so cool.
Basically. Yeah, basically. He left all his gold in rough shirt to him.
Okay.
All of it. And because they're bronze rank in the game, they have a 5,000 gold insurance policy. So this peasant child just got painted 5,000 gold pieces. Which, needless to say, makes him not a peasant anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you know anything about D&D, 5,000 gold pieces is a lot of gold.
Yeah.
For a person.
Jimmy
That's
Jimmy should invest that into a stock.
yeah. So yeah, and now I have to have 3 new characters join. Oh, and this is the Barbarian's last session that he missed, so he's no longer in the party. So now our party consists of the cleric and everyone else who's making new characters. The rogue is now making a dwarven warrior. The spell thief made a spell thief. Just continuing the character. And here's the fun one: the sorcerer. So the fighter lived too, I guess. He was alive, but it's not his
Yeah.
first character. So the fighter is doing fighting and going wizard and going into spell sword. Right?
Like decent.
It's a decent class. It's not the best, but it's not a bad class. It's not a detriment class.
Yeah, yeah.
The funny thing is when the sorcerer died, he's like, "All right, I'm gonna make a new character," and he goes, "I just want to make sure there's no overlap. I'm thinking about doing a spell sword." To which our fighter literally goes, "That's literally what I'm doing. Your Venn diagram of not 700 toes is a circle with everything I'm doing." So I pulled the sorcerer aside, talked to him. I have a fun thing he's gonna be doing. So we're doing D&D 3.5, right?
Right.
Now, 4th edition wouldn't be compatible with 3.5, right? Not really.
You could finagle it a bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know what is really compatible with 3.5 though?
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna be playing a Pathfinder class.
That sounds like fun.
He's gonna do a summoner.
Oh, how's that work?
You have like one big summon that you bond to, and then you summon that to fight for you. It's really
Okay.
cool. I played the class. The gimmick is he's gonna be from the future. He's going to be from the future when this party has already finished the campaign, basically, and like way beyond like who's in charge now.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be thrown 1,000 years into the past, and that's how he's joining the party. What I got to do with him tomorrow, because we got to sit down and make his character, because I have to backwards port,
Yeah.
and that's not always easy to do. You know, it's funny because I was talking the other day to a friend of mine about Civilization. I was talking about the nuclear incident with you.
Yeah. And how you nuked a singular spearman for some reason.
Yeah, he was guarding that land bridge. And how you were just, you had just gotten rifleman. And then I wasn't allowed to play Korea ever again. No more Korea for Matt.
There's no Korea in this, but I haven't played it. I feel like there's expansions to this that don't plug into the actual first edition of the game.
Oh,
There's it shows up as different things on Steam.
fair enough.
So Korea might be in here. Beyond the Sword, Colonization, and Warlords. That all 3 different expansions. I have no idea what they mean.
No, I gotta do a game of Stellaris sometime.
Has Stellaris taken over everybody's Civ interest? Because I was thinking about, like, what if somebody made a game at least similar to the old style of Civ? I haven't played the newest Civ. I'm not
a fan of the new Civs.
I'm not a fan past 5. It just
Yeah.
doesn't. There's like way too many choices that they made that just don't seem as coherent as the originals.
Yeah. Stellaris is, I mean, if you put a little bit, it's gotten a lot of expansions, which I have all of it.
They each cost money, right?
Yeah.
Like full price DLC. Like
They
10...
were on sale for a while.
Okay.
The nice thing about Stellaris though is anyone has, if I host a game of Stellaris and you join, you get all the DLC.
Oh yeah. I think I heard that before. Which...
Yeah, you don't get like the character, you don't get the portrait pack, but you get all like all the other DLC. So you don't need to have the DLC. Only I need to have the DLC.
Yeah, that's nice.
Also to buy all the DLC right now. That doesn't have a price for me because I already have it all.
Would you like me to go see? I do have
Oh, you're
Stellaris. Let me go see how much buying the DLC right now would be.
They do have the expansion, the subscription now, which is $10 a month, and you just get all the DLC while you're subscribed. Oh, here it is. All the DLC for Stellaris would cost you $359.74.
I'm looking at it now. There's the starter edition, the subscription. There's expansion pass, season 8, ultimate bundle, $233.
I have the expansion pass for like not the expansion, yeah, the expansion pass because I wanted Rick the Cube portrait.
Did they ever make a second robot race?
There's a lot of robot races. Rick the Cube is a robot race.
Hmm.
Yeah, we just had the Machine Age, which has a lot of like DLC for robots and cyborgs and all that. You can start the game as a organic and turn into a machine empire.
Ah, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it's called
Well,
synthetic.
All transhumanist. That sounds great.
Yep. It is great. Oh, I should explain more about the Stellaris game that was the Dyson Sphere incident. Now that I'm here.
Okay.
So what happened was like I was playing with two other friends. And my empire was nestled between two fallen empires and a marauder empire, and I had a bunch of space to expand. But you couldn't get to me. There was no like direct path to me that wasn't through the fallen empires and the marauders. So I was untouchable, basically.
Right.
My precursor was the Cybrex. So the Cybrex is like considered pretty much the best precursor in the game. You get, when you finish their story chain, you get a ruined ring world that is not repaired. You get the Cybrex core, which turns minerals into alloys for you.
Okay.
And then the secret of the Cybrex gives you 25% into Mega Engineering. And then makes it researchable at any time. So, since I was completely isolated from the galaxy, I didn't build a military. I just focused purely on science.
Right.
And spent 50 years of industrial research into just Mega Engineering. So, technologically wise, I was pretty good on society and physics, but my industrial research was very stipend for obvious reasons.
Right.
Once I finished the Mega Engineering, I started repairing the ring world and started building the Dyson Sphere, though. And to give you an idea of how far ahead I was, having a Dyson Sphere completely finished by year 200 is a pretty good metric to go by. I had it done by year 100.
What turn did you start the Dyson Sphere on, and what turn did you end it on?
I forget, honestly.
You should have kept track of that, because that sounds...
It was definitely like around year like 102, 3, or like somewhere in that department. It was early.
What was everybody else doing?
Playing the game like normal. So you have to remember this, because I was isolated, they couldn't get in contact with me for a good chunk of the game. There was no way to reach me because you couldn't get to my space.
Yeah, because they would have to blow through a bunch of shit to get to you, right?
Yeah, and then you can't beat a Fallen Empire at the beginning of the game at all. Like, Fallen Empires, like, waking up and turning back into normal empires is like an endgame thing that happens, and it's a big thing to deal with.
Yeah.
So basically, they saw the Dyson Sphere, realized they'd have to, like, all try to kill me to stop me. The problem is that I'm, again, isolated from the rest of the galaxy. So by the time they would have the technology to get to me, I would have had a Dyson Sphere for like 60 years, and all the time in the world to prepare.
It's
And a
so
Dyson Sphere.
dumb.
It is so dumb.
What
I've been.
what exactly does a Dyson Sphere do?
Solves your energy credit problem.
Is that enough to get through the rest of the game?
Yes.
My God.
To give you an idea of how much energy a Dyson Sphere puts up, so there's the raw resources and processed resources. I'm going to cover the raw. The raw resources are energy, minerals, and food. Right?
Right.
Late game, you're maybe spending like 1,000 some energy credits on like maintaining your stuff. Right? A fully finished Ice Sphere pays out 1,000 energy credits a month.
Oh.
In a nutshell, I didn't need anybody ever working on energy credit jobs again. They could be working on other jobs that produce science. So, like a lot of early, so I'm not gonna get into the full detail, but like a lot of early game Stellaris is getting your economy stabilized, right? This was I built a Dyson Sphere, my economy is done. There is no stabilizing my economy. It's stabled. It's already stable.
Yeah, it's already stable.
I'm making so many energy credits a month that I can't use it all. I'm buying things because I can. Type territory. Like, another example, like a star that's like putting out energy, right? Makes like 2 to 4 energy credits a month. I'm making 1,000.
Yeah. But can you keep doing that? You can't just keep making Dyson Spheres, right?
No.
Because that'd be
that'd
be fun.
be dumb. They're not cheap. They're very expensive to make, I should mention. Needless to say, though, like just having the Ice Sphere do my energy credits frees up a lot of what I can do otherwise, and that's
Yeah.
not the first, and that's not the only mega structure I'm building. Like I got mega engineering. I'm building more. I also repaired the ring world, which is a big deal. So, like I said, my economy was solved. And it basically waits they have 60 years to stop me, to which they can't get to me, and I have all that time to put all that extra resources into actually getting things going.
Oh yeah, does it announce that you're doing a thing?
Not entirely. So the Dyson Sphere gets tipped off by an event that says to another empire, "Hey, this empire's building a Dyson Sphere around your North Star, basically."
I won a space race. Wow, and in 1990, it took us that long to get. Although we did the space elevator, so
Yeah. Usually you're building a Dyson Sphere like around year 200 ish, a little bit early if you're like pushing it, but it's not a quick thing to do.
what is this
And
ending?
there's a lot of things in Stellaris. So the way I put Stellaris is it's not turn-based in real time,
Yeah.
but you can basically take a month as a turn.
Okay, okay. You want to watch this? We want to watch this with me?
Sure.
So here's where I started. That's Germany. I think it's Romans,
The
Greeks,
the stream is delayed.
delayed. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
And this fuck off continent over here. I only like knew about it after the thing at the end. The thing was like, an unknown civilization is farther than you. I was like, huh. I already killed Germany. How is something better than me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's a good. Started out kind of fine. Nobody expanded yet. They all got religions. I didn't care about religion. They all got slavery. I was like, huh, I could get slavery, so I think I got slavery. Everybody gets slavery at the beginning.
Yeah. I'm now just seeing the chart.
Now it's going. Am I the first one to expand? No, everybody's expanding now.
Small map.
Yeah, I just picked random everything and I somehow got Japan anyway. We got 3 cities up.
There's your first city on my side.
I forget if I took this one or if it... Web fishing. Yeah, I made web fishing.
You're a lot more peaceful than I would have been.
In the beginning, I was playing Japan. If I was playing like Aztecs, then sure, I would go in and eliminate everything. Sure.
Yeah. True. Germany doesn't. Japan doesn't kick off till medieval.
Here, I was just before I got the samurai, I started taking over Germany.
Yeah, makes sense.
Then I got all their stuff. Oh yeah, you can see down here. I left them like a little smidgen, and then I had to go find them. and meanwhile over here they are doing nothing. On the other continent, I've not seen any battles.
Yeah.
This, I think it was over here. This one that I'm pointing at. There's a city here. I think that got taken over by me immediately. One of these got culture converted.
Yeah, they had a nice chunk of land up there, didn't they?
Yeah.
You and Yellow are the ones taking ahead of everybody else pretty quick. Germany's gone.
I love on the graph that the German smidge just makes it so everything gets cut down a bit.
Yeah.
When do I start? Ume was captured by the cooler than your civilization. Hisai was captured by the cooler than your civilization. Oh yeah, I was going after the Romans. I didn't even know they had like this little thing down here, but I kept expanding. Oh no, did they get taken over down here? No, they stabilized.
It was like a split, like they were fighting green at the same time they were fighting you.
Yeah. I just wanted to expand and they were in my territory.
Oof.
But yeah, this is a lot smaller than the double continent, not as big as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Sort of skip to the end. Six hours, 38 minutes. That was 3 streams. It was okay.
Yeah, I think you'd like my Parasol Pharmaceuticals, though.
What does that mean? What does it do?
Parasol Pharmaceuticals?
Yeah.
What's another name for a parasol?
An umbrella.
What do you think they do?
But it's in space.
Yeah. I have space zombies.
Space zombies.
Uh-huh. My economy is run by zombies. So you go to Burger King to get your burger and a zombie serves you. Instead of being a corporate zombie, it's an actual zombie.
Yeah.
And then I start cloning them.
Wait, you can clone zombies.
Yes.
What purpose?
More zombies? Like, there's a lot of economical things that go into it, but basically zombies don't take consumer goods or food. They don't get upset when you have poor working conditions. Make sense? But they can only do, but they're only allowed to do basic jobs.
What is this? You see this rating system, by the way?
Yeah, 6009.
No, how I've displayed the leadership abilities of Louis the 17th, the 16th. Augustus Caesar is at the top, or is it Dane Quayle?
Augustus Caesar's at the top.
Why is he at the top? Didn't everybody
Dunk.
stab him in the Senate?
I guess.
What about Hammurabi? Who's Hammurabi? Why is Abraham Lincoln above Winston Churchill?
I don't know how they do this, to be fair.
Charlemagne. Oh, Charlemagne's at least cool.
Like, I thought Alexander the Great would have been to the top.
Yeah. United a decent size of that continent.
Yeah.
Wait, just one more turn. Let me kill everybody. Load 'em up. Oh. They last updated this in 2014.
Ah.
Ah.
So Final Fantasy comes out the 6th, June 13th, apparently.
June 13th.
And then Spider-Man's later.
That's way.
They've showed some of the art. Where's the art that I've seen?
I saw Emmett Silk because that's what everybody was showing.
Oh.
I forget who else it was.
They had some sweet Kefka art.
I'm only interested in seeing how much the singles go up to then say, oh, that's way too much money for me to buy one. Although I would like to at least
Then buy one.
keep one.
Depends how good they are.
They're doing stuff to like to try and cover the costs. I don't know why Magic cards get so much. I casually looked at the Miku set just to see. And who was the card that Miku replaced? It was one of those. It's like Spellcaster or something. Miku. It's so hard to also search Secret Lair stuff. Isn't it all the same thing on TCG Player?
Yeah, basically. Let me see if I can find it for you here.
Oh, it's at the top. Encore Electromancer, Snapcaster.
Snapcaster's a pretty good card.
It's $900.
Spring Vintage, Miku the Renowned, Miku the Lost. But
The lower quality one is $500.
Shelter. Oh, those are 2 Miku sets?
I think there's only the one.
The Fallout. You know, the Killer Rabbit of Canterbog. I forgot they did Monty Python. Let's see. Yeah, the Miku the Lost But Singing is Azusa the Lost But Seeking is really good.
So are these all cards that were already legal and they just made a reprint of them?
Basically, yeah. And you have to order them separate. Apparently they're doing Planeswalkers too. They did a lot of Miku stuff apparently. Oh yeah, there's a Miku Soul Ring. Thespian Stage, Encore Electromancer. Yeah, that's a Snapcaster. It's a really good card.
It's really good. Is it $500 good?
Probably not.
You
I'm the
know,
wrong person.
I don't
I'm
think
the wrong person to ask though.
I think there is no Yu-Gi-Oh card that is. Oh wait, no, there's one. There is one. It's not $500 good, but it
Here,
is like
here. Hold on.
$800 now for some reason.
I'm gonna send you a picture of a card I own, and I'm gonna let you just do your thing with it. If that makes sense.
Do my thing.
I'll let you look up the price.
Okay.
Let me find it. There you go.
Imperial Soul, Imperial Seal.
Yeah.
1 mana sorcery. Search your library for a card and then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. You lose 2 life.
This is the Judge promo foil.
Isn't this just like a tuner?
It's-
Tutor, whatever.
yeah. It's a tutor, yeah.
You can play this on your first turn. Oh wait, is it any card?
Any card.
Wait, and then just use that on that on your next turn. Okay, Imperial Seal. What format do you play this in?
Commander. This is a Judge promo in light to near mint play.
That's not the expensive one though. The other one's more expensive.
What?
The other one, the Portal 3
Portal.
Kingdoms rare, is
Yeah.
$287.
Sure is. I don't have that one. I wish it did. Not the most expensive card I've owned, though. The most expensive one I have is I've owned was my Masterpiece Soul Ring.
Oh yeah, I heard that the One Ring was pretty controversial.
Yeah, Post Malone bought it for $2 million.
Oh my god. Is there only one of that card? And is it that
The
good?
serialized one ring, yeah. So there are the normal. There is the One Ring as a normal card, and then there's the serialized version.
Okay.
The serialized, One Ring was a 1 of 1 serialized.
And so he just bought it. Well, I guess like you really want it. Or
I mean, you can buy a non-serialized version for like $60.
$60? Okay, then that's okay. But I remember hearing that it was just like super expensive for no reason at one point.
I mean, the One Ring is also a very powerful card in Magic, first off. And then the 1 of 1 ring was just, they made one of it. They put it in the collector packs and they said, whoever opens it, opens it. Good luck.
Huh.
There's only one serialized, the One Ring. That's it. Just it. And the serialized 1 of 1, the One Ring, is the 3rd rarest Magic card in the game.
What is the first and the second?
The second one is the Shikifuku Dragon, which is in a picture frame with the original art in Japan.
Cool.
The rarest is what is it? Is it 1998? Is the 1998 World Champion?
$1998.
No, hold on. 1996 World Champion. That's it.
How long was Magic running before that?
Magic is over 30 years old.
Yeah. They only had like 6 years to get going then.
Yeah, but the 1996 World Champion is the rarest Magic card ever made, because the plates were destroyed on camera.
Wow.
So that's what makes it the rarest Magic card. The plates for that card were destroyed on camera. There's no plates of it exist. The Shikifuku Dragons, their plates may still exist, but it's unlikely. But it's not confirmed that they were destroyed. And then the 1 of 1 ring, I think they don't destroy plates anymore, so those plates probably still exist somewhere in storage.
Probably in some salt mine.
Yeah. But no one knows where the 1996 World Champion is right now. That card is currently MIA.
it's a legend now. The guy probably has like stuffed under some binder.
It's embedded in a trophy.
Oh, okay, that's cool then. But then where's the trophy?
He sold it. The guy who won it sold it, so we don't know where it's at. Some guy's sitting on it somewhere on a shelf.
That's a cool looking trophy you got there. I'll pay you $100 for it. Okay.
Some fucking rich fuck's got it. It wouldn't surprise me if Post Malone had it already, honestly.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, no one exactly knows where the 1996 world champion is right now. So
Is there not like some magic tuber search going like, oh yeah, here's what happened to it. Nobody knows. Somebody has information. Tell me about it.
not really, because it was sold. The guy who won it sold it to a private collector.
Okay.
So like, this has been this is like the late 90s where the internet wasn't that big. So getting information records on it now would be probably nearly impossible. So, but it is the rarest magic card for that reason. It also really doesn't work in the current rules.
Is it there's some Yu-Gi-Oh cards that they printed like you can only use this on in certain year at this tournament. Is it something like that?
You mean for the rules?
Yeah, no, for like how the card works.
You could make it work. It's just like it was never designed to work though, if that makes sense.
What is it, a meta card?
1996 World Champion?
Yeah.
It's a one-of-one card that was in a trophy.
Yeah, but is the words on it good? Is it a good card? That's all I care about. Imagine a guy shows up with like a fucking proxy. He's like, yeah, can we let proxies, guys?
Let's see. I mean, it definitely kills people. So it has, cannot be the target of spells or effects.
Okay.
It has power toughness equal to your opponent's life total. And then its effect is pay 0, discard your hand, tutor to the top of your library.
Okay. I mean, that's
So
pretty good.
So you basically can always have it when you have the mana to play it. Do I think it's a good card? You probably wouldn't play it.
Yeah. You're losing advantage to play it, right? You have to discard your hand.
I mean, unless you draw it naturally. I would say, like, on average, I would say it's like a 4 out of 5. Like, it's gonna win you the game if you can get it going, but it's not gonna break the game.
Are there better cards than it?
Yeah. There's some really banana cards in Magic.
There's some really bananas cards in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Does your format have a... Do you have a card that's for 2 mana, take an extra turn?
It's not 2 mana, but you have to finagle it to get it to work that way, yeah.
Can you do it on turn 1?
Yes.
Consistently?
Depends on how good you are.
Yeah.
Not... There's, it's Arcana, whatever, the world. It is a flip. It's like a flip a coin effect, but if you have the field spell, you can tell it which effect you want it to play, and the effect is skip your opponent's turn.
Oh Christ!
for the good effect. He's also like level 10, so you have to have a lot of things on board to summon him or special summon him.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Yu-Gi-Oh's in a really bad state right now.
Kind of. For the longest time, we have had like unimpeded special summons,
Yeah.
Because in the Japanese version of the game, they have a card that was originally only in America. Is the cockroach, where on special summon draw a card. Okay, so your opponent either plays into it or just skips their turn. Now they added new cards that do basically the same thing because it's been banned in the TCG for however long.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better because if they draw over a certain amount, they have to put it randomly back into the deck, and it only affects certain summons. But of course, the one that special summons from the deck is the best one. But those cards are expensive, so they go up to like $100 each, and you can play 3 of them.
Yeah.
But they're reprinting them in April, so hopefully they go down to like $20, and then everybody can play it.
Yeah, I've heard he goes in like a turn 1 meta, and that's kind of a problem.
Sort of. You can play games where you go to turn 3, but it doesn't happen as often as you think.
Yeah, that's my point.
It'd be turn 1 for the opponent. It'd be turn 2 in the overall game. You either break the board or you don't, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm talking turns, not rounds.
Yeah.
Like you're on a turn 1 meta, as in everything that's going on is pretty much decided on the first turn.
There's a lot of hand traps, which is annoying. But there's
And
a
you
lot
don't
of hand trap counters, which is the problem.
Yeah, like overall, like your system is very broken.
It's very I like certain decks. I wish more decks were better.
Yeah, and I mean that's just kind of what happens. To be fair, in a like the problem I think Yu-Gi-Oh has, and like it was once their advantage is now their disadvantage, is that they're a legacy only format.
Yeah, it's an eternal format.
Yeah, and that has swollen the card pool to the point where they've had to build in so many things that have just caused the problem. And I get why, but it's still like...
I think it'll go along with them printing out new stuff. I think that eventually the game will get to a point where they have to deal with either the hand traps, because people are running way too many hand traps. Half of their decks are fucking hand traps.
Yeah.
Or they're going to put out new waves of those certain hand traps and then just get rid of the old stuff, and that'll be fine. Put out more balance. It'd be like a rotation in a sense, but you still get to use everything in the old format.
Yeah.
Which is what I hope that the Molch armies do, or like the draw on your opponent's turn sort of stuff, which is those make the game more even, and it's really a lot more fun when, okay, I have to play around making my huge ass fuck off board, but I also have to stop giving my opponent advantage.
Yeah. I mean, I think the problem, like I've seen a lot of people talk about, is like you have to like board break people, and it's sometimes really hard to do in some decks.
That's sort of there's a, like, I don't know how it works in Magic. There is a side deck in between each round that you can pull from and use different cards that you wouldn't normally have in your main deck.
Yeah, we have a sideboard too.
So like, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I don't. Ours is kind of limited to 15 cards, and you can use stuff from
also 15.
Yeah, your deck is like 60 cards though, isn't it? Normally,
There is. Yep.
Ours is 40. It's
We also
still
don't
kind of
win on
limiting.
We also don't win on turn 1 for normal formats.
Yeah, because your dumb
We're not gonna
dumb
talk about
mana
legacy.
system.
Well, I mean, Legacy Magic gets pretty dumb pretty fast too. but
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
too.
gonna
I think your legacy stuff is a lot faster in the early game, right? Closer to the ground in the early game.
No, there's some pretty disgusting decks in Legacy right now. They're very much living in a turn 2, turn 3 type environment.
Damn. What? Does every color get to do that? I know mostly blue can do stuff like that.
It's pretty bad. What decks are doing in Legacy is absolutely disgusting and crazy and not healthy for the format. People are very upset about it.
Oh no, in Yu-Gi-Oh, the first round only matters for the guy that wins, because the second round you kind of can predict what your opponent is playing, if they're going to do good going first or second.
Okay. Here's how I'm going to describe Legacy and Magic right now. Here's the problem. It makes perfect sense to you.
Okay.
They printed a Floodgate card that was made to help stop ridiculous bullshit, right?
Okay.
And that Floodgate card is being used by the ridiculous bullshit to stop people from
Yeah.
stopping the ridiculous
Yes.
bullshit.
Yes.
That is what is going on in Legacy. There's a card called Vexing Bauble that is basically making it so combo decks are unimpeded by comboing.
That was how Tearlament came out. There's
So what
yeah, you go ahead. I want to hear it.
So what happens is these decks, they do dumb shit, then they slam the Vexing Bauble, and then you can't stop them. And they've already done all their dumb shit before they play the Vexing Bauble, and then they just vomit, and you can't stop them. And then the Vexing Bauble outs itself if you need, because it has a tap sack effect to draw a card.
Oh, okay.
So you can choke your opponent, then eat it, and then play.
Why doesn't it have a better downside, like you pay life every turn that it, or pay life every turn to do something, or pay for upkeep?
And the thing about Vexing Bauble is it was printed in a standard set where it does absolutely nothing, because it's not a problem in a standard set. So, what Vexing Bubble says is if you don't pay mana for a card, counter it.
Yeah.
And standard, you don't do that much of that. In the format we play Commander, while there's a lot of free stuff in Commander, 100 card singleton is a lot different than 60 card singleton.
Yeah,
60
yeah.
card. Where in a 60 card like Legacy deck, probably half your deck is things you cast for free. Where in Commander, you don't get that luxury.
That was the old problem with Maxi. Yeah, imagine your opponent plays a huge fuck up board and he doesn't even have to counter you. He just plays a card that says, "Hey, you can't special summon this turn, or else I'll get more advantage than I already have."
Yep, and draw more hand traps.
More hand traps. That's how it is on the simulator Master Duel. They just decided, oh yeah, we're playing the OCG version of our game, and the TCG players are like, I really don't want to play this game now.
I know. I've heard some decks build their deck for what's called the Maxi Challenge, which is deck your
Yes,
opponent.
yes. There's some decks that you can special summon out their entire deck, but that is not every deck. And also, there's certain cards where I wonder if you guys have this in Magic. Do you know what a Nibiru is?
That's the thing that summons on your opponent's side of the field, isn't it?
After your opponent special summons or normal summons 5 times, you can wipe all of their monsters and then summon a guy to your side of the field.
Yeah.
So you do, if they don't have a thing or more extenders, you're just like, oh yeah, I used Nibiru. Your board is wiped. They pretty much have to end their turn.
In Magic, we have board wipes that are just pay mana board wipe.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh's got them too, but they're never. You would be doing that on your turn, right?
Usually.
Yu-Gi-Oh's not. It's not fast. It's too fast. You can't do that on your turn. You have to do that on your opponent's turn, else it won't go off.
There are board wipes that happen on your opponent's turn. They're just less common, a bit more expensive to play.
Right, and they would happen later in the game, right?
Yeah, typically you're not board wiping. There are a few early board wipes that are like not full board wipes, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like do damage to everything on the table type things. Like there's spells that like do 2 damage to all creatures on the battlefield for like 2 mana.
Ooh.
That wipes boards a lot of times. If you're playing against an aggressive deck that wipes their entire board out.
Yeah. But then they would have abilities to get back into the game at that point, right?
Depending on what they're playing
Right.
against. Depending on what they're playing against. Like aggro decks in Magic, you either kill your opponent or you lose. Basically, it's called there's a clock. That's basically it's called.
Yep.
The way the clock works is that if you don't kill them by this turn, they're probably going to stabilize and kill you. Because you don't have ways of getting past their nonsense later on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The X turn clock.
Yeah. Like when I played my aggro deck in like 10 years ago, my clock I think was 4 or 5 turns of the clock I was going for. I think it was 5 turns. And after on like, if I didn't kill them in 5 turns, I was starting to lose at that point. Just because I've expended so many resources
Yeah.
get going that if I can't get over the top, I lose.
And
No, I
then
had
your
cards I
opponent would your opponents be on a similar time limit?
What do you mean?
Like, well, what would be the average that a deck would be running towards in terms of term limit?
Some control decks don't really have a clock. Their goal is to not die, and then put the game in a game state where you can't beat them, basically.
No true end game other than that you can't hit me anymore.
I mean, they have things that win the game for them. Like, there's some decks that run 1 or 2 creatures. That's the only way to win the game. So they lock the board down, play their 1 creature, and beat you to death over a few turns.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it. Usually, if you're an aggro deck, you know when that's happening. That's very much a okay. On to game 2.
Yeah. Just scoop your cards up and go to the next game.
I did have a game when I was playing my aggro deck where someone thought seized me and then regretted their decision.
Well, what's that?
Thought seize is 1 black mana. Look at target opponent's hand, pick a card, they discard it.
Oh.
Sorry, pick a non-land card, they discard it.
Okay.
And
Doesn't your stuff want to be in the graveyard sometimes?
No. But here's the problem. Thoughtseize costs them 2 life. That's 2 damage I don't have to do.
So then they already gave you advantage.
Yeah. And they looked at my hand, and my hand was basically, I'm gonna punch you to death. And then they realized that I don't need my entire hand to punch you to death. And then they picked a card, and then I punched them to death.
Oh yeah, your time rules. What are your time rules in Magic?
What do you mean?
In Yu-Gi-Oh, after a certain point, this only works in TCG. If you go to the 45 minute time limit, you have to complete your round, and whoever has more life gets that round that you're in.
Oh, in Magic, you just draw.
Okay.
If you hit the time limit, you draw. In Magic, the way it works typically, though, is when you go to turns, whoever's turn it is turn 0, and then after the 5th turn, the game ends.
Okay.
And that's 3 rounds. You get 3 rounds.
Right.
And 3 rounds is usually enough to end
Yeah.
the game. Like, if there's aggro, like if you're playing against an aggro deck, you never get to turns. Usually turns only happens when 2 control decks hit each other.
What format is this? Is this in Commander?
It depends on the format. Standard, typical. I mean, we have turns in Commander, but it's a little bit different. When we play Commander events, turns when we go to turns, everyone gets there's a turn 0, and then everyone gets a round to play their stuff. So if let's say you're playing and turns are called your turn 0, you get 1 more turn after this turn, and that's the end of the game.
Right. Okay.
Everyone gets 1 additional turn after time is called to play their decks. And usually games are ending at that point anyway, or everyone's like, okay, I can't kill the table, or we're gonna kill a player so they lose score and all that. So
Sounds like fun.
Commander's a lot of fun.
Too slow for me though.
I don't know. It seems like Legacy would be right up your fucking alley,
Maybe.
where people are doing really degenerate shit. I don't know. We get to pretty degenerate shit in Commander too.
That's just because you get to combine old cards and do weird infinite mana stuff, right?
Kind of. Most people are doing fish combos. Is their win condition.
What's a fish combo?
There's a card called Thassa's Oracle. Her ability is what she does when she hits the field. You look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue, which is the number of pips and cards and all that. Doesn't really matter. But her effect is, if your devotion to blue is higher than the number of cards in your library, you win the game. Equal to or higher. I should specify that.
Equal
So
to
if you
or
have 2
higher.
the equal to part matters. So if I have, and Thassa's Oracle is a double blue card, so she always comes with devotion 2. But Again, it's the equal part that matters. So what people do is they mill their entire library and then Thassa's Oracle.
Sounds pretty funny.
Yeah, and there's 2 cards they use to do it: Tainted Pact and Demonic Consultation. Demonic Consultation is you cast it, you name a card, you exile 6 cards off the top of your library, and then you mill until you hit that card. And what you do is you play Demonic Consultation and name a card that isn't in your deck.
Why can you do that?
So you mill your entire library.
Yeah.
And then Tainted Pact is reveal cards on top of your library until you hit a card that you want to keep, or until you hit a card that has already been revealed with it before.
Okay.
So 100 card singleton, you take your entire deck so you don't have a single repeat in the deck. It counts basic lands. So you only have like 1 of each basic, basically. And then you Tainted Pact and you just never pick a card. So you just mill your entire library. Or you pick the bottom card to be more accurately.
This sounds so dumb.
It is.
Why can you do that?
And Tainted Pact and Demonic Consultation are instant speed, so you can do them after you've cast Thassa's and more effects on the her effects. You can chain it to her effect.
Okay.
In EQ terms.
Okay. I gotta go get ready for work.
What are you working now?
I'm working security.
Security?
Yeah. I've been working.
Ah.
I get to
Security
sit in a
guard.
box all day and play
Mall
video
cop.
games. Yeah.
Alright, I'll catch you later then.
Okay, yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, stream. Bye. We had a fun day with Civ. Goodbye.